Hi everyone, this is Kai. Today I will be doing a cash stuffing video, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, this is Kai and welcome back to my channel. We do everything budgeting here at Kai Random. I am a wife, a mom, and I live in Las Vegas, and today we're going to be doing a cash stuffing video for you today. So let's go ahead, and first I'm going to show you this. I already did my budget. I already put in what our income was for these 2 weeks, as well as minus all of my debts and bills, and I ended up, and so I put it all on this tracker. So if you're wondering where I'm getting the denominations, it's from this paperwork that I already did. So we are actually, after all of that was said and done, we are now doing $898 stuffing total for today. So that's a really nice amount. Again, I did work summer school. This is my last paycheck with the summer school pay on it. So I guess I'm going back to low budget again. Low income once again. All right, so I guess first of all, let's go ahead and make sure that I have the $898. So let's count that first. All right, so we have $898. And I ran out of $100 placeholders again. So I'm gonna have to make more. Meanwhile, like usual, I am going to use my BTS placeholders for $100. So I have $300, so I'm gonna go ahead and minus that. And then I have $51, $52, $100 in 50s. Let's minus that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80. So $280. Let's minus that. We got 10, 20, 30, 40, $50, $60 in 10s, and we have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 50 in 5s, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8 in 1s, which I need to get out another tray, but that leaves us with the 0 denomination. So that means we have all the money here. Let me see if I can get another tray out. And add it to this one so we can put our 1s in there. I hope everybody's day is going well. My first week back at work went pretty smoothly, but we did not have any kids. We did have meet and greet, and that was great to see all the kids back and meeting all the parents again, especially the ones that I have worked with in previous years. So that was a lot of fun. Everybody's ready to go on Monday. Students are coming back on Monday. All right, so let's go ahead. Again, I'm going to be following this tracker, which I'm going to be putting on the side. First of all, there's a few things that I'm going to have to, definitely my wallet, and we need to reset my wallet. I did a cash unstuffing already, and I already have receipts as well that I need to scan. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, and I just did an unstuffing and a cash condensing video showing you that I emptied out my wallet. At the end of that video, I ended up with $40 because after I pulled out all the money that I needed for my wallet, this is what I had left over. So basically I did not spend $41. And when I was looking at my tally sheets, I think I'm gonna need this for some of the challenges. I think. I need to double check on that. So I might be doing, I decided that I put everything extra in my wallet into my ATM, and the ATM money, I'm gonna see if I can, I'm gonna try to save it as much as possible, but in times like this when I'm like don't have money for my savings challenges, I will use the money out of my ATM bank to fund the challenges. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the ATM eventually. Hopefully that's not distracting. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna reset my wallet on camera now. As always, we get paid bi-weekly, so we won't get paid until 2 weeks from now. So I like to split my first week into my wallet and then my second week into this envelope, which I do a stuffing at usually Fridays or Saturdays, depending on the time. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the side as well. And let's go ahead and stuff. So my just for me, in my wallet, I am giving myself $10 for this week. The denominations are going to be really different from what it has been for the past couple of months because I don't have my extra pay now. And then for just for me next week, I decided to skip it. I did want to put a little bit extra because I am going to need to pay. Actually, you know what? I'll explain that. I am putting extra into my wallet for this week because I have something planned that I'm going to be doing. So, and then Kofi for this week is getting a 10. Okay, so we can put a 10 for next week and then a 10 for this week. So let's go ahead and put that into Kofi. And then eating out for this week is getting 40. And then eating out for next week is getting 40 as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. For groceries, we are getting $80 for this week. And that is going to be the same for next week as well. So $80. And then for gas, we are going to put $40 in for this week and next week. That is $10 shorter than, than I normally did for the past couple of months. Hopefully I don't use all the money in the other envelopes and then I can maybe use it towards gas or vice versa. Okay, and then this is the difference. To this week I'm going to put $25 into my entertainment because I am going to go see today with a friend of mine Run Seokjin, which is a BTS member, and I'm going to go see his concert, his streaming concert at the theater. So I'm going to actually put 25 because that's how much the tickets are. And then I'm not going to do it for next week. So this is basically my wallet reset. So this is all that's going for next week for week 2. And then my wallet is set for this week. Perfect. All right. I do not have any change. I already explained that on my previous video that I did not have any change because I charged a lot of things this past couple of weeks. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna turn my page to my high priority sinking funds. So I decided, and this is my binder for my high priority. I decided that I'm going to actually put car registration. We're going to put the usual $35. So let me go ahead and get the 35. and we will add it to this. You know what I forgot to do? I usually fill out my trackers before I even stuff. So after I put the money into here, I'm probably gonna stop the video and do that really quick and then come back. So anyway, we're gonna add this money into here. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. I got 5, 10. All right. So now we have in car registration $200 in here, and then we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So $514. Is that correct? Is that correct? 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 100. So that's 300, right? Yeah, 300, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 313. Is that correct? All right, I think it's 313. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video because I'm gonna go ahead and do all the calculations. All right, I am back, and I just finished all of the trackers. All right, so we just finished the car registration, and now we're in medical prescription, which we are skipping this month. And then the Costco and Sam's is actually only getting $5 this month as well. And so now we have a total of 51, 25, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got 1, 20, 30. What kind of counting was that? Sorry, let's do this again. 50, 100, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3. So 133. Is that correct? Yeah. And Costco. All right, and then we have our subscriptions, which we are putting in a total of $53 for subscriptions. We have $100 in the bank, and let's go ahead and put 50 and 3. 1, 2, 3. And actually, I'm gonna take out $2 because this is actually gonna go into my extra envelope, and this will go in here. Okay. So 53, and let's put this on the bottom. Now we have 100, 2, 50, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. So $270. Let me double check on that. Yep, 270. All right. And then auto insurance is getting a total of $280. Auto insurance is actually going to get 2 placeholders. So we're going to put this in here. We are going to get $208. So that's that and the rest of the ones. Let me put this in where it needs to be. And we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. Okay, so actually let me get $1,000 placeholder, and this is going to go in here as well. And then we can take this and put this back in, and I'm going to trade this out with $1,000 placeholder. Okay, so $1,000, and the rest of these are going to go back in here. Right. So now let's double check and make sure we have what we need. We should have 1,159, 1,155, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is correct. $1,159 for auto insurance. Wow, this envelope is totally, I guess I didn't put it together. I might need to make another one. All right, auto maintenance is getting a $5 bill. So let's add that to this. Now it has $300 in the bank, 20, 35, 36, 37. All right, so $337. Perfect. Okay, household is also getting a $5 bill. So let's go ahead and put that in. Now it has 50, 100, 50, 70, 90, 100. So 200. Correct? Yeah. 200. Right? 150. Yeah. 200. In household. Okay. Pets is getting a 5 as well. So let's put that in here. All right, so now pets has 50, 100, 50, 70, 90, $208. So $208 into pets. Pets is used for pets food, letter, toys, little snacks, things like that. All right, and then health and beauty is getting also a $5 bill. So now health and beauty has 51, 10, 15, 22. So 1, 10, 15, 22. 122. Yeah. All right, and that will do it for my high priority binder. And I saw that there's a couple places that I could probably put placeholders in, but I don't want to get myself all mixed up, so I'm not going to go there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into my low priority binder. And let me change my paperwork. So first up is my son's gift. It's getting $75. So let's go ahead and put this in. So he has 300 in the bank. And then we're gonna do this. So 300, 400, 20, 35, 36, 37, 38. So $438. All right. The next one here, home improvement, I am actually skipping. My buffer, I am skipping. My emergency, I am skipping. And then my son's expenses, I'm putting in $100, which I'm going to trade this out for the other $100 marker. And now my son has, and expenses is using for like school for his like books or something like that. All right, so it's going to be 100, 200 in the bank, 50, 70, 91. $291. All right, shoes we are skipping. Clothing we are skipping this time. Pickleball I am skipping as well. Vacation I am skipping. Eye care I am skipping as well. And then my HOA we're putting in the minimum of $25. So we have $25 here. We have $100 in the bank. 20, 35, 41, 2. So $142 so far. Like I said before, I think I'm gonna actually start to do one binder for variables and the other one for like the yearly expenses instead of doing it low and high. All right, last but not least is, and as you can see, I have no money left over, but I have to take care of something in this binder. my husband and I ended up not going anywhere for our 28th anniversary, except that we did have dinner, and I did take out that money out of my unstuffing envelope. So I'm gonna actually take this money out and I'm gonna allocate it somewhere else. All right, so I'm gonna minus the 175, and now it has 0. And then eventually I'm going to move this to the back of the binder, so that we can start saving for our anniversary next year. All right, so then one that I'm really concerned about is not our anniversary. Is this one. It's my son's birthday. Right now it has $80. We're gonna go for sushi, and I want to get him a cake. So I have how much? 120, 40, 50, 60, 75. So 175. What do I want to do? Shall I just put it all into his birthday? I think that's what I'm going to do. And if we don't use everything up, then I will once again move it to another envelope. I think that's the best way to do it. All right, let me get an erasable pen. And we're going to add $175. 175. And because I don't trust my math, it's 80 plus 175, and that's going to be 255. All right, so we got $255 for sushi dinner and cake at our home to add to this. And let's double check and make sure that's what we got. So 50, 1, 50, 70, 90, 2, 20, 30, 40, 55. Yep, $255. All right, and then the rest of it, I am not doing anything else because obviously I don't have any more money. And the $2 that I have here, let me see if I can find the extra envelope. And here's the extra. I'm going to be putting this into my extra envelope. Extra envelope, if you're new here, is to basically, if I have like a couple dollars so that I don't get an IOU when I'm doing the savings challenges, this is what I pull from. Because if you have watched some of my other videos, I'm really horrible at doing IOUs. I forget a lot. All right, so that is it for this binder as well, and that is it for my cash stuffing. I'm gonna go ahead and probably put this money into my ATM machine, but then I'm probably gonna need to pull some money out so that I can fund the savings challenges. So yeah, that I'm gonna have to figure that out as well. But otherwise, that is the end of my cash stuffing video. Everything got allocated where it needed to be. And yeah, so I guess next up is my mini Monday. So see you on the mini Monday. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to love yourself. Be kind to one another, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.